What is going on, guys? It is Steven, your semi-comprehensive guide here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to connect headphones, headsets, and microphones to your PlayStation 4. Now, there are a few different ways we can connect audio devices to our console. There are a few different methods we can use with a audio cable, and there is also the option to connect devices via Bluetooth. So I'm going to start off with the Bluetooth method because that is the method that works the least amount of the time in my experience because of what devices can actually be connected. If you have just a regular pair of wired headphones or earbuds, this process will work exactly the same with those as well. So if you are going to try to connect a Bluetooth headset or Bluetooth headphones to your PlayStation 4 console, 90% of the time they are not going to connect. For some reason, Sony has not made the PlayStation 4 compatible with 90% of all Bluetooth headphones and headsets. Only PlayStation certified headsets can actually connect to the PS4 console, and I'll leave links down below to a list of those headsets. But even if you have a pair of Sony Bluetooth headphones, most likely they're not going to be able to connect to the PS4 console wirelessly. So if you do have one of those exclusive PlayStation 4 headsets that does connect wirelessly, then if you want to connect them, go up here to Settings, down to Devices, Bluetooth devices, and your headset should appear if it is in pairing mode on this screen, and you can connect it to the console just like you would any other Bluetooth device. It works just the same as connecting a Bluetooth headset on your phone or on your computer. So just follow the on-screen instructions and it should connect just fine. But like I said, keep in mind 90% of all headsets do not connect wirelessly to your PlayStation 4 console. Now, if you do have a pair of Bluetooth headphones you like using and you still want to use it with your console, then you can try connecting them via an audio cable. So most Bluetooth headsets have an audio jack port on one of the ear cups that you can just plug a 3.5mm cable in on the headset end and the other end into your PlayStation 4 controller. So if we are going to use that method, we can go down here to audio devices and just connect your headset, like I said, audio jack one end to the headset, the other end into your controller. Now you can also connect via a USB if you have a USB headset or speaker. You can also get a USB to 3.5mm dongle. I'll leave a link down below to that as well. So if you have one of those, you can also plug that into one of the front ports on your PS4 and just use it as you would normally on your controller. So if you're using maybe a separate microphone and a separate controller, you can use that little dongle to have one plugged into the USB port on the PS4 and the other plugged in to the controller audio jack. You can also get an audio jack splitter like the one right here. You can just plug the regular male end into your controller, and then the two female ends you can plug in with your microphone and your headset. So you have a lot of different options you can use with connecting headsets, headphones, and microphones to your controller and to your console. So once it is connected via one of those methods, you can go up here to audio devices. So I'm going to plug in my headset right now. And now you can see the two options defaulted to headset to controller. So automatically my PlayStation 4 recognized my headset and it switched over to that as the output and input device. So your input device is obviously your microphone, your output is the sound coming out of the console. So if you want to have your microphone only being used and you still want your speakers to be heard, then you can set the output as the TV and the microphone input device as the headset. So for now, I'm just going to keep both these the same. And if we're using a headset or headphones that are plugged into our controller or into the USB port on the front of the console, we can adjust the volume here. We can adjust the microphone if it comes with a microphone. We can switch our outputs, so we just have chat audio to our headphones. We can have regular sound to our speaker, which is kind of nice. And we can also be sure that our output devices are switched automatically when we plug in a headset or microphone. So there are a few different ways you can set this up. If you would like, you can have your headset microphone being used while your speakers are being used as the output. You can have a microphone plugged in and the headset being used for audio, or your TV speakers. So you have a lot of different options to choose from here in the audio devices menu. Also, if you are like me and do not have a monitor or TV that has speakers, you can use a USB port on the front of the console as an audio output. Use that instead as an audio jack port with a dongle like the one right here, and just plug in your speakers to the USB port and use that. Unfortunately, the PlayStation 4 does not have a USB port on the back to make it all nice and neat for cable management, but if you are desperate, you can just plug it into the front port and have it going around the back and out to your speakers like I have on my setup. So a lot of different options you can set up, a lot of different configurations you can use here in the audio devices menu. So if you're having trouble with your input or output devices, be sure to come here to audio devices. Be sure you have the right input and output device selected. Oftentimes the description here is vague, so you just have TV and headset, but if you have another headset plugged in, it'll say speakers or another headset or whatever. So be sure to select the right output and input. If you're having trouble with your microphone, be sure that the input device is set to the correct device. Be sure that your microphone level is high enough and people can actually hear you, because right now mine is a little bit too high, so I'm going to lower it. So it's right there in that good zone. That's better. And we can control the volume here and all of that fun stuff. So if you're having issues, be sure to come here, set the right input and output device, keep your microphone level up high enough or low enough depending on your microphone sensitivity. And also if you're having trouble hearing anything from the headset or having issues with the microphone, be sure that all of your physical dials and switches on your headset are set to the right position. Sometimes headsets come with mute buttons, or sometimes they have volume knobs like mine do. So be sure that everything is set so that your voice can be heard and you can hear other people's voices with your headset. Also keep in mind, if you're having audio issues in a specific game, that each game has different settings. So some games have your microphone and headset audio muted by default, so just be sure to configure that in the game you're in. I know Fortnite has some issues with audio being muted automatically, and a few other applications can just mute your microphone without you knowing it, so just be sure to configure that in the game specific settings. Otherwise, it is an issue that can be resolved here in audio devices. So that about does it for this section right here. Now, if we want to configure chat audio or say live streaming audio, we can go back out here to the settings menu and then down to sharing and broadcasts, and then all the way down to audio sharing settings. So in here, if we want to live stream, be sure to have this option checked, include microphone audio in video clips and broadcasts, because otherwise, if these are deselected, your microphone audio will not appear in any of the recordings you make or the live streams you have. So be sure that these are both enabled. And also, if you want your party members to be heard during your live stream, be sure to have this box checked as well. Otherwise, you'll just be talking to yourself on your live stream. So these are the few audio sharing settings you can change. You can also find these settings if you hold the share button. So that about does it for audio settings. If you have any questions about your headset, your headphones, or your microphone connecting to your PlayStation 4 console, be sure to leave a comment down below and I will try to help you out. There are a lot of different headsets and headphones and microphones, so I won't be able to help you out specifically with all of them. If you do have issues, just know that 90% of your issues can be fixed in devices and audio devices, just configuring the right input-output and selecting all of the right levels. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe, all that fun stuff. There will be PlayStation 5 tutorials eventually if I get a PlayStation 5. So if you have a PlayStation 5 and you want to hook me up with one, I can give you a little extra change, a little extra dough if you want to send one my way. Otherwise, they will be coming eventually whenever I get one. So that does it for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. I've been Steven, your semi-comprehensive guide, and be sure to have a wonderful rest of your day.